The middleweights come to blows. It's style versus smash. Michael the Silk Olajide polished and poised. He appears to have the ring skill, but can he battle his way back into title contention in the middleweight division? Barkley, he's toughness personified. A power puncher with fists that not only threaten but also deliver. Can he smash his way to success? Today from New York, it's a slice of Big Apple boxing. Olajide versus Barkley.
Two different individuals. One's silky, the other one's gritty. One's a puncher, the other one's a boxer. They have different styles, and this afternoon we're going to see which style will prevail.
And for Michael Olajide, it is a major step forward in his comeback bid since losing that title fight to Frank Tate last October. For Michael the Silk Olajide, 1987 seemed destined to be the best of times. But the ride to the top ground to a halt in October when Olajide fought Olympic gold medalist Frank Tate in a match that the Silk was favored to win.
Originally supposed to fight Thomas Hearns, and that fight fell through. And we went through negotiations with Barkley a few times, and they fell through. And they announced the fight out in Vegas with a month's preparation, and I just went out there and I was worn out. I mean, you could see it in my eyes and my physique. I weighed 157 pounds. My skin was, you know, rice paper thin, and I just didn't feel good that day at all. I didn't have that hunger in my eyes.
Olajide, while not overly impressive, has won twice since the loss to Tate, setting up today's bout with Barkley.
Physically, I feel great, and mentally, I feel better than ever. I'm really psyched for this fight. I think Barkley and I are a natural matchup. It's something that should have happened before, and if it did happen when it was originally supposed to happen, I figure I never would have went through the stuff that, you know, we had to go through.
To continue his comeback, Olajide will have to survive a trip to the hostile world of Barkley.
I did like the kid, Junior. I did like him, but opposed to going to the fight with Frank Tate and me going to fight Kalambe, he came to me in felt form one day and said that I was scared to fight him. Well, that really ticked my bomb now. So now he's got his troubles.
While not a championship fight, many see this as a battle for Big Apple bragging rights.
He's not a New Yorker. He's from Canada. I own New York. This is my city, my town, and I'm running him out. I'm tired of everybody talking about he's a New Yorker. I'm the baddest, meanest New Yorker here in the middleweight division. And ain't nobody gonna stop me unless they kill me. And I'm not ready to die.
Some more of the sweet words that have been exchanged between Barkley and Olajide. The fight is moments away. Now, the last time that NBC was here at Madison Square Garden for boxing, it was back in 1977, and it was a quickie, as called by Dick Enberg. Welcome back to the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden in New York. You are looking at the tail of the tape, and things even in all departments. Slight weight advantage for Barkley and reach advantage for Olajide. And now, as always anticipated, the fight doctor, RX, starting with Iran Barkley. What does he have to do to win?
Iran's got to cut off the ring on this fancy dancing guy and bang to the body to stop his movement. Olajide, if he will win, must box, run, box, run, box, run, and then box and run some more.
All right, Ferdy, both fighters are in the ring, so let's go to the ring announcer, Ed Darian.
From the Big Apple, New York's fabulous platform here at Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Madison Square Garden Boxing. Bob Goodman, Director of Boxing and Matchmaker, and Houston Boxing Association. Josephine Abercrombie and Stan Hoffman Promoters and Ron Katz Matchmaker presents Big Apple Bad Blood, a scheduled 10-round middleweight bout. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of this scheduled 10-round middleweight bout, Arthur Mercanti Jr. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the red trim. He tipped in at an even 161 pounds. This gentleman has 23 wins, 4 losses with 14 knockouts. He is ranked number 7 by the World Boxing Association, number 8 by the World Boxing Council, and number 10 by the International Boxing Federation. The former Pan Americas of the World Boxing Council middleweight champion from the Bronx, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Iran Barkley. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the gold sequin trunks with the maroon trim. He weighed in at 159 pounds. This young man has 25 wins and 1 loss. Now he is ranked number 1 by the International Boxing Federation, number 4 by the World Boxing Association, and number 5 by the World Boxing Council. He too, a former Pan Americas of the World Boxing Council middleweight champion. From the Big Apple, New York City, ladies and gentlemen, here is Michael, the Silk, Olajide Jr. Olajide.
Good afternoon, Michael. Good afternoon, Iran. You both know the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. I'm here to enforce them. You are here to obey them. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Well, the rules under the New York State Athletic Commission, scoring on the round system. There is a supplementary point system. Scoring handled by the 3 judges, Barbara Perez, wife of referee Tony Perez, Tony Castellano, Victor Suarez. There is a mandatory 8, no standing 8, 3 knockdown rule in effect, which means 3 knockdowns in any one round. The bout is over. The bell saves the fighter only in the last round. So Iran Barkley and Michael Olajide underway in this first round, and Barkley goes right at Olajide.
Olajide looking very gun-shy right now, very jittery. He's got to settle down. He's got to get some of those butterflies out. Barkley is all business coming forth, just wanting something solid to land on.
And there are boxing people who have questioned what you just brought up, the fact as to whether Olajide is gun-shy, as Barkley is able to counter with the left hand.
Well, gun-shy is Olajide's problem. Barkley's problem is much different. He has an eye that's been recently cut as recent as 4 weeks ago. Big, nasty cut. And with a guy that can pop a jab like Olajide, that ought to cause some problems down the line.
Barkley did suffer a 6-stitch cut over the left eye, and that could be a factor. And that occurred back on the 29th of January, although he won a 10-round decision over Sanderline Williams in Atlantic City. That's a slip. Olajide lost his balance.
Olajide just too jittery right now. Can't even get his legs straight under him. He's got to get some of this ring anxiety off of him right now. He's fighting scared right now. And that's not good for Olajide, but very good for Iran Barkley.
Olajide Olajide, 24 years old, born in Liverpool, England, grew up in Vancouver, British Columbia, now living in New York City, the son of Nigerian parents. Barkley, the 27-year-old from the Bronx, record of 23-4, 14 by knockouts. Olajide, 25-1, 17 by KO. Olajide's last fight was here at the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden early February. Won a 10-round decision over Cecil Pettigrew, although Olajide was not impressive.
And the other oddity is that both of them lost their bid for the middleweight title on the same month, October. Iran Barkley to Calabay, who looked pretty good yesterday in beating McCallum. And of course, Olajide against Tate. Good shot by Iran Barkley.
Coming up on 10 seconds remaining in this first round, and a very sharp round for Barkley. We'll be back after these messages. This is the main concern of Iran Barkley. That left eye has received large gashes many times during the course of his boxing career. And Barkley picking up where he left off in round one. Will hot dog him by both.
He laughed because the Silk just out-slicked him on that exchange. They ran through 5 or 6 very hard punches, and Olajide avoided them all, drawing a big smile from Iran.
One of the only fights that Barkley did not get cut in was the loss to Sambu Calabay. Barkley says you can call this a make or break fight. He says it's going to make me and break him. And Olajide took the left hand, again lost his balance.
Strong right hand by Iran Barkley, driving him into the ropes. Olajide getting out of there.
Barkley's biggest wins, he stopped Wilfred Scipion at 8. Took a 10-round decision over James Kinchin. In fact, put James Kinchin down in that fight. He fought Kinchin because Robbie Sims had to pull out of the bout because of a rib injury at the time. Kinchin had lost only once, and he had faced tougher competition than Barkley had.
Nice sweeping hook, not potent, not doing any damage, but kind of influences the judges. And on comes Iran with that stiff jab and the scowl on his face.
Continues that brawling, aggressive style.
Boy, if he is not hurting Olajide, he is at the very least intimidating him. The look on Olajide's face as Iran Barkley comes on with a scowl is something to see.
Oh! Olajide put down. He's been down a couple of times, put down by Tate. And then early in his career, Roosevelt Green sent it to the canvas, but Olajide came back to knock Green out. That surprised Olajide. And here comes Barkley after pulling Olajide down in the second round. 35 seconds to go in the round. Barkley looking to end it. And wait a moment. Apparently, the referee, Arthur McCanty Jr. said keep the punches up.
That gave him time. That may be all he needed. He's not in trouble, though. The Silk is not in trouble.
Final seconds, second round. So Olajide will last the round. Sequence that put Olajide down in the second round. He took the hit and then he seemed to lose his balance. He was stunned as Barkley went right at him. And then with referee Arthur McCanty Jr. Asking or demanding that Barkley keep the punches up, it may have given Olajide a little time to regroup.
I think he was stung, Olajide, but not hurt. He got hit at the same time he threw a punch, tripped over his legs, got up in pretty good condition, and of course Iran threw everything but the building at him. A little bit of time given by the referee might have helped, but it looked like Olajide was in control of his senses.
Barkley has not been a fierce knockout puncher. 27 fights, 14 knockouts. He's won 23 and lost 4. And this is a Barkley crowd for the most part. They've been chanting Barkley. And now he's succeeding with the jab. Again, Olajide lost his balance.
Olajide's legs look like they've lost all resilience. Of course, he's been getting hit pretty hard. There has been some talk in New York that both of these are shot fighters. Their legs are doing tricks on them. Certainly Iran is not shot, but it does look like Olajide's legs are not working.
I say check the shoes.
Or the soles. S-O-U-L.
Halfway point, round 3. Iran Barkley put Michael Olajide down in the second round. And again connects with a left hook behind the head.
Olajide has got to settle down. This has got into wildness. He's trying to get wild with him. He's just getting hurt by Iran. He's got to settle down his boxing and movement and let Iran run out of gas a little bit. Right now he's fighting. Iran Barkley's fight. It's almost as if it's an overreaction. Everybody in New York saying you're gun shy, you're a sissy, you're not coming up, and he's trying to show that he can take a punch and come back. Boy, that could be a mistake.
Meanwhile, Barkley taking chances with the lunging right and left. Olajide has fought twice since dropping that 15-round decision. Frank Tate for the IBF middleweight crown. It was back in October of '87 in Vegas. Since then, a knockout of Frankie Owens in 6, and he won that impressive performance, although taking the decision over Cecil Pettigrew.
These are two middleweights that want to end it all with one punch. These guys are every punch is a zinger here.
And we're closing in on the end of round 3. Just a moment ago, between rounds 3 and 4, Michael Olajide's trainer, his dad, Michael Sr., said, "You're the smarter boxer in the ring." He said, "You're in with a gorilla, but you're smarter." And when he said gorilla, I don't think he meant it affectionately either.
Well, he should know. He's been in with a few in his long career. Iran Barkley looks like a guy that can't be denied. He looks like a guy that's just confident he's got the number of Olajide. Olajide's got to establish his boxing expertise, his superiority in movement. He's not doing that. He's standing in front of Iran fighting his fight. And, of course, he's lost unofficially all 3 rounds on my card.
This is round 4 from the Felt Forum, Madison Square Garden in New York. Live on NBC Sports World. Bob Albert with the fight doctor, Bertie Pacheco. Iran Barkley off to an impressive start. He got into boxing through his sister Yvonne, who did some boxing herself, believe it or not. She made her brother go to the gym in order to get over his fears of dealing with a neighborhood bully. And he has been dealing well here with Michael Olajide. Raising right hand by Barkley. Incidentally, for those who may be interested, Barkley's sister Yvonne had a record of 10 up and 2 down.
Wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Iran Barkley has been out jabbing Olajide. Olajide must now pick up his jab and his superiority in speed. That's what his father is telling him. You're the boxer. Don't try to punch with this guy.
Left by Barkley, who followed with the uppercut.
Now he's in trouble. Now his leg's in a motion. He's got a long way to go. Big trouble for Olajide now. He's got to hold on.
Oh, big hook by Olajide and surprise Barkley. Mandatory 8, and look at Olajide taunting Barkley. He got caught. That's time left in the round. And now Olajide going for the big shot. Barkley's hurt.
Olajide letting it all lay out. He knows he's got him if he wants him. Iran smiling.
Down to 25 seconds to go in the round. But Barkley comes back. Another good left hook by Olajide. Final seconds of round 4. And Barkley able to rally. He was hurt. Olajide again able to connect as the crowd responds.
Start doing it again. Boxing. The guy's hurt. We're trying to kill him. Cut him up. He got 10 rounds to go. More water on him. You have it? You have it? You understand?
27-year-old Iran Barkley out of the Bronx, who was having his way against Michael Olajide, was surprised. Olajide landing one out of left field.
It was a perfect counter punch, though. This is a punch on Olajide against the door. Look at the way his legs are just doing numbers on him. He is absolutely incoordinate at this point. But look what happens coming the other way. Just as Barkley throws one, there's the perfectly timed left hook, and down goes Iran Barkley.
And then Olajide looked to pick it up. Barkley smiled at him, and Barkley then came on to round 5.
And if you want to get crazy, try to explain the scoring in this town.
Oh, down goes Olajide! Olajide put down for the second time on the bout, and he is hurt.
He's really hurt this time.
And here comes Barkley. Olajide trying to find his legs.
Olajide is really hurt.
We are early in the round. Referee Mercanti trying to decide whether to step in. Olajide cannot get away. That was a desperation attempt. This one is over.
If Barkley would settle down, the referee would stop it.
Barkley throwing everything at Olajide. Stopped. It is all over, officially. In a wild one here at the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden, Iran Barkley has stopped Michael Olajide in round number 5. It was billed as Big Apple Bad Blood, and it certainly was. Remarks the last couple of weeks prior to the fight carried right up until they stepped between the ropes here this afternoon. And Michael Olajide, who did put Iran Barkley down in round 4, was put down for a second time in round 5, and then just could not keep away from Iran Barkley. That's the knockdown just moments ago in round number 5. And then Olajide tried to stay away, but could not. And this is the conclusion. Referee Arthur McCanty Jr. now stepping between the fighters and halting it. The official time, 1:12 of round 5. And interesting how these two guys who were screaming at each other just before the fight now come to terms. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, back in New York at the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden. Moments ago, Iran Barkley stopped Michael the Silk Olajide for the official announcement. Let's go to the ring announcer, Ed Daring.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Arthur Mercanti stops this bout at 1 minute and 12 seconds of the 5th round, and the winner by a TKO, Iran Barkley.
So Barkley Barkley now 24-4, 15 by knockout. Only the second professional loss for Olajide, who was 25-2. And you wonder what is next for Iran Barkley. The WBA middleweight champ is Sambu Kalambe, who yesterday won that clear-cut decision over Mike McCallum. The IBF title holder, Frank Tate. The WBC champ is Thomas Hearns. And Barkley is alongside the fight doctor.
Iran, you said in the dressing room Hart was going to win this. Hart won this?
Well, first I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But what worked for me was hard work and good heart that I have. You know, working hard, and my trainer Al pushing me and working with me hard. But I knew that I could beat him.
Did you think you had him in the second round when he was wobbling all over the place?
Yeah, I felt I had him, you know. I said it's just a matter of time. I just got to just pace myself.
But
Don't get wild.
But then came that shock. You got
Oh,
it. You
yeah.
win now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was the shot that came, but it didn't really hurt me. It was just more a surprising shot, you know.
You got him so fast at the beginning of that fifth round that hardly anybody saw that punch. What was that?
It was the left hook.
Did you put everything into it?
Oh, yeah, I knew I could catch him with it. I was going to feint him. I said, let me get on my toes and just feint him and just shoot the left hook real quick. He won't even know it's coming. And that's what I did. That's what we worked on in the gym, and that's what I knew I could beat him with.
All right, this is Al Bolden, the manager. You have to be very happy. What's in store for this young man now?
Well, the manager got to take care of that, Stan Hoffman and his manager. I just want a young man to come back and get the gym and go back to work. He got a lot of talent. People gave up on him.
And
Not me.
And
I started fighting one time, and I said, this kid got something, he got heart, and if you give him the little things that you need, he'll be champion.
That's what he's got in heart. Thank you very much. Back to Marv Albert at ringside.
All right, Ferdy, we'll be back to talk with Michael Olajide right after we take this break. Back after these messages. Back in New York moments ago, it was Iran Barkley stopping Michael Olajide at 112 of the fifth round, and the silk, Michael Olajide, is with Ferdy.
Tough day in the Big Apple. In the fourth round, you seemed like you had the fight all in your hands to control. You dropped Iran Barkley. You think he was going to get up?
Actually, I knew Iran has a lot of heart. I figured he'd get up, but it just wasn't there. I'm going to have to take a little rest and come back later.
When you say it wasn't there, throughout the fight, it looked like you couldn't control your legs well. You were slipping, you were sliding. Even when you didn't get hit, your legs didn't seem like they were working well. What is that?
I don't have any answer to that, Freddie. I don't exactly know what it was, but I did feel weak going into it. I'm going to take a little rest, and believe me, I'll be back.
Maybe we'll come back too soon.
We're also looking at the end of this fight where you get tagged. Do you know what you got tagged with?
I figured it to be a left hook when I was...
That's what he said. Iran said a left hook that you didn't see coming.
I didn't.
And did you think it was stopped in time, or were you upset that it was stopped?
Well, I don't think it looked too good. I mean, the cameras are on, and my legs didn't look right, but my brain was there, and I could see myself moving out of the way of punches. I figured if you give me a few more seconds, I might be able to weather it, but the referee stopped it at his best discretion, so I can't do anything.
Very well. All right, Mac, to Marv Albert at ringside.
All right, Ferdy, and we will be back to take a look at the world of amateur boxing. An exclusive interview with Fidel Castro addressing the subject.